Supreme Court is hearing the Sixth Circuit case on same-sex marriage. So all of you who are standing with us on denying same-sex marriage, we have a state constitutional amendment that says marriage in Texas is only between one man and one woman. And so we are hoping that the Supreme Court will uphold that. Several of us have, lots of us have otherwise or stuff like that, because it's a very icky issue there. So remember that today. Secondly, I want to report last week in State Affairs, we had Sanford's Bill 3567. This bill says that churches and pastors in Texas are not required to perform same-sex marriages, or their facilities they may deny the use of their facilities for same-sex marriages. Now we know that Idaho already fines and prosecutes pastors and churches for failing to do so because their constitutional system is different. So this bill is a very, very important bill to our churches and our pastors in Texas. It passed out of State Affairs last night, 8-1, and we're excited about that. We had 2 Democrats voting with the Republicans on that committee. We're excited about that. It's now gone to calendars, and so we will have to pray it out of calendars so that it gets to the floor. Currently, it has no sponsor in the Senate. That's one of the things that we're working on. There's another bill by Sanford. It's 3468, and it says that adoption agencies in Texas are not required to place children in same-sex homes. Doesn't mean that some agency can't do that. It just means that some agencies can opt not to do that. Now we know in the state of Massachusetts that it's against the law for them to fail to consider same-sex homes for their children. So we need that protection in Texas, and it again was voted out of juvenile justice by 6-1. So it is also in California. So those are 2 very good measures that we have that are on the move, and we're going to be working hard. Today or tomorrow in State Affairs, we have a bill that many of us are working on, and that's HB 1648 by Molly White, and it's the coerced abortion. Now, consider this, 60%, there's a statistic that says 60% of all abortions are coerced. That means that a pimp is coercing one of his employees. It means that a father who has violated his daughter is coercing his thing, or the mother, either one. It means that a boyfriend, who perhaps is 5 to 10 years older than the girl, is coercing his girlfriend. Many, many, many different things have caused 60% of our girls who choose that. This is a life and death issue, and it's an issue that will inherently change her life for the rest of her life, and it needs to be her decision. Roe v. Wade says that they can have an abortion, okay? They can have an abortion, but it needs to be their decision to do that, not the decision of someone who forced it. So Molly White has a good bill. She's been working on it, changing it, revising it, and it's a very good bill now. I have some talking points on it. I would like for you to have those talking points and know what's happening. If you can be here for tomorrow evening for the State Affairs Committee, that would be good. We have, let me just tell you some of the bills that are up this week. We have a whole host of bills that are up. Like Jim said, they have been very dilatory in getting our bills to the floor. But Matt Schaefer, who is wonderful, has HB 832. It's a reporting requirement for physicians performing abortion at an abortion facility. That would be in State Affairs tomorrow night. We have Molly's bill. We also have Senator Kokar's bill, SB 831, and it's going to be, it was heard in State Affairs yesterday, so both of those bills are moving. SB 575, now Larry Taylor, is the insurance plan Jim referred to. It was heard yesterday.
What was the Colbert?
The Kokar's bill is SB 831.
What is the second?
It's the same thing, it's the coerced abortion. It's an identical bill. HB 1942 by Simmons, judicial authority to issue orders allowing minors to consent to abortion and disclosure of that authority. That will be heard tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon in State Affairs in the House. Just a minute. Tenderholt has, Representative Tenderholt has 2514, and this will be in juvenile justice, and it's a suit for certain individuals to file a suit affecting the parent-child relationship. And we've heard you talking about that. HB 10 is a trafficking issue, and it's already in the Senate. Human trafficking bills just don't have a problem being worked, but of course we want to see those passed. SB 1873 will be heard by Campbell. It's requiring the personnel of abortion facilities and certain other facilities performing abortions to complete training on human trafficking, and that will be heard tomorrow in Health and Human Services in the Senate. Hurry on here for a second. SB 6 is by Taylor, Senator Taylor, Larry Taylor, and it's to go to a graded system in public schools. Right now, they're excellent, they're performing well, and there's not an A, B, C, D, E, F grading system. And that's what this bill would do. It's going to be heard in the House Education Bill today, so if you want to go and sign in for that bill, that would be wonderful. HB 3815 by Bohawk is going to be in public education today. It's instruction in positive character traits for schools. I think it's a very worthy thing. Another very good success that we've had as American Law for American Courts has been voted finally after about 3 weeks. It was heard in committee, and it has now gone to calendars committee. So we can walk that, and that is to make sure that in a marriage relationship, a woman and her children are not intimidated by a pseudo court or pseudo arbitration system.
That was House State Affairs, not Senate, right?
That's in the House, and it's on the House calendars now. So we're good there. Those are our bills.
Can you go back to 3815? Is that a yay or a nay on that one? Yes, House Bill 3815. Oh, have positive character traits. I read over that. You just, that's good?
I'm for that.
Okay.
The one by Taylor about the grading system in public schools, that's today. And is that SB?
Hey,
It's SB 6.